welcome to Yoga with me, Kerry O'Fee. I'm Kerry if you don't already know me. Today we're going to be doing a really nice core strengthening and leg flexibility sequence, only taking us about 40 minutes or so, and we'll be doing a nice short shavasana at the end. Equipment that you're going to need today is your usual mat, strap, blocks if you have. If not, I will show you how to modify without. And as always, have a water bottle and sweat towel. You never know when you're going to need them. Get settled on your mat, throw on some nice music in the background. I'd suggest something a little bit more energetic, a little bit more vibey, feel good. And yeah, let's get going with today's session. Just starting down, cross-legged on the mat, hands resting on the knees, palms up. And just taking some time to settle yourself down on your mat. Bring awareness to the breath as you slowly take nice, long, steady, deep inhales and exhales. Just sitting here, bringing awareness to your breath and bringing awareness to the body, checking in, noticing how you're feeling today. As you bring your awareness to your body, you're just letting go of any running thoughts of your day. As you just focus in on yourself here and now on your mat for the next 40 minutes. As you move with your breath and feel into yourself as you flow. Good, taking a few more breaths here, nice and slow. And then gently open the eyes as you inhale, reach the arms up overhead, find length. As you exhale, drop that right hand down to the mat, exhale, side reach over, really opening up the left side body as you reach towards the top of the mat. Using your breath, nice deep breath in. Exhale, sink down a little bit deeper. Relaxing into the body with breath for one more. Inhale, coming up through center, both arms extend overhead. So you exhale, drop that left hand down. Exhale, side reach open. Good, reaching through, opening up that right side. So you lengthen through the crown of the head, gazes up towards the ceiling slightly. Use your breath, one more deep inhale. Exhale, sink a bit deeper. Then inhale up through center, nice and tall. Exhale, twist, bring your right hand behind you, left hand, right knee. Inhale to lengthen as you lift through the crown. Exhale to twist towards the back of the mat. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. One more to lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, arms extend through center, gaze to follow, find length through the fingers. Exhale, twist towards the left, left hand behind you, right hand, left knee. Inhale to lengthen through the crown. Exhale, twist towards the back. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. Last one to lengthen. Exhale to twist. Inhale, arms come up through center, nice and tall. Find length through the fingers, and as you exhale, folding forwards as far as you can. If that's just hands right on the ground in front of you, that's okay. Otherwise, extending down as far as you can, using your breath. Every inhale, visualize your breath going into the tightness in the backs of the legs and the hips. And as you exhale, just sink down a little bit deeper with gravity. Just slowly lowering yourself down with every exhale, relaxing down, as opposed to trying to pull yourself down to the mat. Slowly walk your hands over to the left. Place the right hand on top of the left. Get a nice stretch down the right side body as you take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, sink down. Back through center, over towards the right. Place the left hand on top of the right. Get a nice side stretch into the left side body with a deep breath in. Exhale, sink down. And then back through center to rest in a nice forward fold. Using your breath and remaining grounded through your sit bones. If you feel your sit bones starting to lift up, just tilt those hips back down, maybe come up a little bit higher. So use your breath for one more. Exhale, lower down as much as you can. And slowly walk those hands back as you inhale, reach them up overhead, find length. Exhale, hands down to your sides. Good. From here, extend both your legs straight ahead of you. Grab your yoga strap or sweat towel. My strap's in the wash, so I'm using a towel. So you extend both legs straight ahead of you and place that strap or towel over the balls of both of your feet. Sitting nice and tall. As you take a deep breath in to lengthen through the crown, take a bit of a bend in the knees if you're a bit tight. And as you exhale, pull forwards, bending at the elbows, keeping that nice flat back and open chest as you fold forwards. So we're folding forwards with an open chest and flat back today, because if you start to round too much through the back, the stretch will move from the legs into the lower back, and that's not our focus of the stretch today. We're really focusing on the legs. So if you lift the chest, roll the shoulder blades down and back, you feel that stretch moves into the back of the legs. So using that as your point of focus, you take a nice deep breath into the backs of the legs. Exhale, sinking down, keeping that flat back, open chest, and really by bending at the elbows, this helps keep the chest nice and open. 2 more breaths here at your own pace. Sinking deeper with every exhale. Good. And then when you're done with your 2 breaths, slowly bring yourself up, release your strap or towel to the side, and bring that right knee into the chest. Good. From here, across the right ankle, over the top of the left thigh, so your right foot's planted on the mat. Wrap that left arm all the way around that right thigh as you inhale, reach the right arm over and back to plant behind you. You can also place that left arm in a cactus shape on the top of the right thigh, whatever is more comfortable for you. Again, as you inhale, lengthen through the crown. Exhale to twist. Watching that left foot's nice and active. Inhale to lengthen, left toes to the ceiling. Exhale, twist towards the back. 1 more to lengthen, nice and tall. Exhale to twist. And then slowly come back through center. Keep the right foot where it is. You're going to tuck that left foot in towards the right sit bone, so that left knee is pointing forwards. I'm just going to turn the front on so you can see. So you can keep the right foot on the mat where it is, or drop it back to come into a full Gormakasana, which is a cow face pose. Wherever you are, take a nice deep breath in to lengthen through the crown. Exhale, relaxing down. 1 more breath, just like this. Breathing into the side hips as you inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, relaxing down. Good, and then slowly release your legs. Extend that right leg out, keep the left leg up in the chest. As you cross that left foot over the top of the right thigh to plant on the mat next to the right leg. Keep those right toes nice and flexed as you wrap that left arm around and reach the wrap the right arm around and reach the left arm up and back. To plant behind you again, you can place that right arm on the top of the left thigh in a cactus shape, whatever's more comfortable for you. Nice deep breath and lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. Last one to lengthen. Exhale to twist. Slowly come back through center. Keep that left foot where it is. Tuck the right foot back towards the left sit bone. You can keep that left foot planted on the mat or tucking it back as you come into that nice cow face pose. Again, wherever you are, sitting nice and tall. Inhale, breathing into the outer hips. As you exhale, relax down to your mat. 1 more deep breath in. Exhale, just relax down, sink deeper. Good, and then slowly release your legs as you come over onto hands and knees into a tabletop. Make sure your hands are directly underneath shoulders, knees are underneath hips. Toes can be tucked or flat, whatever is more comfortable for you. And as you inhale, lift your chest, dip your back, open up that heart center, gaze goes up. Exhale, push through the palms, round the back, squeeze nose to belly button. Inhale, lifting up, dip the back, open the chest through cow. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, squeeze nose to belly button through cat. Good, Good. Inhale, rolling through to cow. Dip that back as much as you can. Open the chest. Exhale, push through to cat. Tuck the tailbone. 2 more. Inhale, lifting up. Open that chest. Squeeze shoulder blades down and back. Exhale, rounding through. Last one. Inhale, open up. Lift the chest. Open up the chest. And as you exhale, tuck the tailbone round through. Good. Come to a nice flat back. As we do some nice big circles, brush the sit bones against the heels. Feeling into the shoulder and hip joints. So you change direction around the other way. Bringing movement into the body. Good. And then come through center into a nice flat back tabletop. Take off my jump back, getting a bit warm. Good. From here, you're going to inhale, extend that right leg back, foot flex, toes pointing towards the ground, making sure the hips are nice and parallel. That right hip may start to swing open to help with your balance. Just drop it down, make sure it's nice and flat. Imagine there's a pole underneath your right hip. Good. Now we're going to get into that core. Take a nice deep breath in, push through that heel. Exhale, squeeze knee to right elbow. Inhale, extend that right leg back. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend, pushing it back. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Extending one last time for an inhale. Exhale, back to tabletop. Same thing, other side. Inhale, left leg goes back. Nice flex foot, toes pointing to the ground, watching that hip. It's nice and parallel with the mat, imagining that pole supporting that left hip so you're nice and strong. Take a deep breath in as you push through that left heel. Exhale, squeeze knee to left elbow. Inhale to reach. Exhale to squeeze. Again, inhale, extend as far back as you can. Exhale, knee to elbow. Last one to reach. Exhale, back to table. Good. Now we're going to do the same thing, opposite arm to opposite leg. But when you squeeze that arm back, you want to squeeze it back into a W, so it comes down into a frogger while your knee comes up to the elbow. Good. So, inhale, right leg goes back, left arm reaches forwards. Find your balance, nice and level through the hips. Take a deep breath into a reach. Exhale, squeezing into that nice frogger W. Inhale to reach. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale to reach. Last one to squeeze. Inhale to reach. Exhale, back to the mat. Good. Feeling the heat building in that core, keeping it nice and active in the belly. So you reach the left leg back, right arm forwards, finding length through the fingertips, right through to the heel. Take a deep breath in as you reach. Exhale, squeezing down to that nice frogger shape. Inhale, reach. Exhale to squeeze. Inhale to reach. Last one to squeeze. Inhale to reach. Exhale, back to the mat. Good. From here, step back, 1 foot at a time to a high plank. Straight line all the way from the crown of the head through to the heels. You don't want the hips too high or too low where it's crunching on the spine. Find that nice sweet spot as you take a deep breath in. Exhale, sit bones go up and back to a downward dog. Good. Keeping your feet where they are, just making sure that they're hip distance apart. So you bend and straighten 1 leg at a time, pushing through those heels, pedaling it out. Going at your own pace and only pushing your heels as far down as is comfortable for you. Good, and then find stillness. Let's deepen our down dog. Take a bit of a bend in the knees, lift those sit bones up and back, and then slowly push through those heels, deepening the stretch on the backs of the legs and getting into a more triangular shape. Good. Slowly walk forwards to the top of the mat, right through to a forward fold, toes together, heels slightly apart with a generous bend in the knees. Then you can take a hold of either elbows, gently sway from side to side. Feeling the stretch as it goes down the backs of the legs. And just breathing into the stretch. Good, coming back through center. So you inhale, halfway lift, flatten the back, open the chest. Exhale to fold, fingers in line with toes. Inhale, reach those arms all the way up, find length. Exhale, hands down to sides. Good. So now we're going to get into our sun salutations, getting nice and dynamic, and working into that core with doing some of that frogger movement of squeezing knee to elbow from our three-legged dog. But first, just starting 2 rounds of your basic sun A, toes together, heels slightly apart, palms facing forwards. Inhale, reach those arms up, find length through the fingertips. Exhale to fold, bend the knees, belly on the thighs. You want to make sure your tummy's on your thighs, so take as much of a bend as you need. Inhale, hands to shins, flatten the back, halfway lift. Exhale to fold, plant your hands as you step back to a high plank. No chaturangas just yet, holding here for 2 breaths, dripping into the mat nice and strong as you take a deep breath in. Exhale, sit bones go up and back to a downward dog. Take some time, pedal it out, bend and straighten 1 leg at a time. Create space down the backs of the legs. We're really going to be getting into the legs today, so just starting nice and slow, nice and gentle, and then find stillness. Bend both your knees slightly, sit bones go up and back, and then push through the heels, nice triangular down dog. Walk forwards to the top of the mat to a forward fold, toes together, heels slightly apart. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten the back. Exhale to fold, fingers in line with toes. Inhale, reach those arms all the way up, find length. Exhale, hands down to sides. Good, 1 more, just like that. Inhale to reach. Exhale to fold, fingers in line with toes, belly on thighs. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten the back, open the chest. Exhale to fold as you plant your hands and step back to a high plank. Holding here for 2 breaths, building some really good and important core strength. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, sit bones go up and back to a downward dog. Making sure those feet are hip distance apart. You don't want them close together side by side or as wide as the mat. You want a nice alignment throughout the whole body, so just making an adjustment if you need. And then walk forwards to the top of the mat to a forward fold, getting that belly on the thighs. So you inhale, halfway lift, flatten the back, open the chest. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up, find length. Exhale, hands down to sides. Good. Before we jump into the rest of our flows, I just want to show you 2 variations of the halfway lift. So from your forward fold, you can either come hands to shins, flatten the back and open the chest. This is your beginner's halfway lift. Or if you have a bit more flexibility in the backs of the legs, you can bring your hands to the top of the mat, bringing that nice flat back. This is a lot more intense on the hamstrings. You feel they need to fight a bit more for the strength. But either one is acceptable as long as you're getting that nice flat back and open chest. So whichever one you want to try, make sure your practice is comfortable and works for you. But now let's carry on with our flow. Inhale to reach, arms extend overhead, fingers spread wide. Exhale to fold, fingers in line with toes. Inhale, halfway lift, wherever you're going, flat back, open chest. Exhale to fold as you plant your hands and step back to a high plank. Starting with the baby chaturanga, as you look forwards, lean forwards as far as you can, drop your knees, keeping that flat back, squeezing elbows tight as you go all the way down to the mat. Inhale, lift the chest slightly, pull those shoulder blades down and back. Exhale, release. Inhale, push back, downward dog through plank. Good, inhale, right leg goes back, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step it forwards to a low lunge, hands are at heart center. Breathing into the stretch into the left hip flexor, making sure that knee is stacked directly over the ankle. Using your breath as you inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands come either side of that front foot as you slowly straighten up that front leg, pointing toes up towards the ceiling. Keeping your hands where they are, or if you need to slide back and bring hands to hips as you rest here in a nice halfway split. Wherever you need to be, using your breath, a nice deep breath in, breathing into the back of the leg. Exhale, sink down. 1 more, just like this, deep breath in. Exhale, sink. Inhale, come forwards to a low lunge, plant your hands, stepping up and back, 3-legged dog, and down dog. Other side, inhale, left leg goes back, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step it forwards, low lunge, drop that back knee, hands at heart center. Breathing into the right side of the body now, into that right hip flexor and into the right abs. Settling into your body. Take a nice deep breath in, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands come either side of that left foot as you slowly straighten up, toes point towards the ceiling. Hands can slide back and come to the hips if that's more comfortable for you. Using your breath, 2 breaths, nice deep breath in. Exhale, sink a bit deeper. 1 more, inhale. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, come forwards to a low lunge, plant your hands, stepping up and back, 3-legged dog, and down dog. Walk or step to the top of the mat to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten the back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reach those arms up nice and tall. Exhale, hands down to sides. Good, again we go. Inhale to reach. Exhale to fold, fingers in line with toes. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten the back. Exhale to fold, plant your hands, stepping back to a high plank. Sticking with the baby chaturanga or trying the full as you look forwards, lean forwards. If you're going baby, drop those knees, otherwise keep that flat back, elbows in nice and tight. And just before you touch the mat, inhale all the way up to an upward dog, and over and back to a downward dog. Good, inhale, right leg goes back, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step it forwards to a low lunge, drop that back knee, hands are at heart center. Using your breath. Inhale, reach those arms up. As you exhale, spread your arms wide and bring them down to your hips. Slowly straighten up that front leg. Turn the left foot to plant behind you. Extend that right leg out. So you inhale, reach both arms up overhead. So you exhale, drop that right hand to the right thigh and slide it down as you reach the left arm overhead into a gatekeeper's pose. Using your breath, hands either resting on the thigh or the shin, toes up towards the ceiling, and you're reaching through your left fingertips, opening up that left side body for 1 more breath. Inhale, reaching up overhead. Exhale, hands down to sides. So you bring your hands to the front of the mat, bring the left foot back, slide the right foot back as you come into a low lunge, plant your hands, stepping up and back, 3-legged dog, and down dog. Other side, inhale, left leg goes back, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step it forwards to a low lunge. Hands are at heart center. Settling onto your mat. Deep breath in, reach those arms up overhead. Exhale, arms come wide and then to settle on the hips. Slowly straighten up that front leg as you bring your right foot behind you. Extend the left foot out to the side, toes up. So you inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, drop that left hand down and reach the right arm overhead into gatekeeper's pose. Hand either on the thigh or the shin, toes up to the ceiling, gaze up to the ceiling as well. 1 more breath. Inhale, reach through the right fingertips. Exhale, relax deeper. Inhale, both arms up through center. Exhale, hands down to sides. Bring your hands either side or the front of the mat. Turn that right foot in, slide the left foot back into a low lunge. Stepping up and back, 3-legged dog, and down dog. Good. Walk, step or jump to the top of the mat to a forward fold, toes together, heels slightly apart. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten the back, open the chest. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up, find length. Exhale, hands down to sides. Now we've gone into the flow, let's get into that core. Inhale, reaching arms up. Exhale to fold, bend the knees, belly on the thighs. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten the back, open the chest. Exhale to fold as you plant your hands, step or jump back to a high plank. Look forwards, lean forwards as far as you can. Drop your knees if you're going baby, squeezing elbows in, flat back all the way down, and then pushing up through the arms. Push up through the tops of the feet so your legs are off the ground in your upward dog. Exhale, over and back to your downward dog. Good, let's get into that core. Inhale, right leg goes back, 3-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, extend, 3-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, extend, 3-legged dog.
Exhale, right knee, right elbow, last one. Inhale, extend, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it forwards, low lunge, drop the back knee, hands are at heart center. Breathing into that left hip flex as you inhale, reach the arms up nice and tall. Exhale to fold, bring your hands either side of that front foot and lift the back knee off the mat in a runner's lunge. Feeling nice and grounded through the whole of that front foot as you push through the back heel. Holding here for one more breath, nice and active. Once the legs getting tired, you can drop that knee down again. Good, plant the hands, stepping back, three-legged dog, and down dog. Same thing other side, inhale, left leg goes back, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, extend, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, extend, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to elbow, last one. Inhale, extend, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it forwards, low lunge, drop that back knee. Hands at heart center. Catch your breath. Ground yourself down on the mat. And breathe into that right hip flex as you inhale to reach the arms up overhead, find length. Exhale to fold, bring your hands either side of that front foot and you lift that back knee off the mat, pushing through that heel and grounding through the left foot at the front of the mat. Using your breath, pushing through, feeling a nice activation of the right quad and left hamstring, building some strength for one more breath. As you exhale, plant your hands, step it up and back, three-legged dog, and down dog. Good. Walk, step or jump to the top of the mat to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up, find length. Exhale, hands down to sides. Good. From here, step that left foot back, about halfway back on your mat, both toes pointing forwards, knees nice and straight. So you inhale, reach those arms up, find length. As you exhale, fold forwards, reaching through the fingertips. You can bring your hands to your hips, thigh, shin, or coming all the way down to the mat or up on some blocks. Bringing the blocks directly underneath your shoulders just to create that little bit of lift. If you don't have any props, you can bring your hands to either side of the mat and take a bit of a bend in that front knee if you are feeling very tight. But as long as you're getting that nice stretch down the back of the right leg, you're doing just what you need to. You take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, just relax down. Breathing into the fold. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, relax. Beautiful. Slowly step that left foot forwards as you come into a forward fold. Resting here. Inhale, reach those arms all the way up, find length. Exhale, hands to sides. Good, other side. Shift your weight into your left foot. Step that right foot back to about the middle of the mat. So you inhale, reach the arms up, find length. Exhale, folding forwards, reaching through, hands to hips, thigh, shin, or coming all the way down, either up on blocks or all the way down with a bit of a bend in the knee if you are tight. Otherwise, keeping it as straight as you can and using your breath to settle down. A nice deep breath in. Exhale, relaxing down. Good, another one just like that. Nice long, steady inhale. Exhale, relax. Good, from here, stepping forwards to the top of the mat to that nice forward fold, toes together, heels slightly apart. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten the back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up, find length. Exhale, hands down to sides. Good, we've got two more sun salutations to go. Toes together, heels slightly apart. So you inhale, reaching up through the fingertips, lengthen through the crown. Exhale to fold, belly on the thighs, fingers align with toes. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten the back, open the chest. Exhale to fold as you step or jump back to a high plank. Going through your chaturanga, look forwards, lean forwards, drop your knees if you're going baby, otherwise keeping that flat back, knees off the mat just before you touch down, pushing up to an upward dog, legs off the mat, pushing through the tops of the feet. Exhale over and back to your downward dog. Let's get nice and dynamic in our three-legged dog. Inhale, right leg goes back. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, extend, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend, three-legged dog. Exhale, stepping it forwards to a runner's lunge. Keep that back knee off the mat. And then lifting up to a high lunge with your hands at heart center. Making sure you're 90 at the front, straight leg through the back. And if you find yourself wobbling, you saw my front foot trying to find its balance. Squeeze your thighs in together. That activates the core, the back, and the glute muscles to give you nice stability in your high lunge. As you inhale, reach those arms up overhead. Slowly straighten up that front leg. And as you exhale, fold forwards, reaching through your fingertips. Hands come to your hips, thigh, shin, or all the way down on the mat. Wherever you are, up on your shin, or the thigh, or hands on hips. Just being wherever you need to be in the stretch. Again, if you are really tight, take a bit of a bend in that right knee, as long as you're still getting that stretch. One more breath, nice deep breath in. Exhale, relax down. Good. From here, bend that front knee as you come into a runner's lunge and step that left foot halfway up the mat. And then coming to a single leg balance as you squeeze the left foot in towards your bum, standing on your right leg. Using your breath here, slowly begin to shift your weight forwards as you come into a wind remover, squeezing that left thigh up against the chest, reaching arms up overhead, left foot nice and flexed, nice and active, feeling that right foot fight for the balance. It's good. So you hold here for one more breath. Exhale, reach those arms behind you, slowly extend that leg back, and nice and controlled bend of the right knee. So you step back to a high lunge, nice open chest. Exhale to fold, plant your hands, step it up and back, three-legged dog, and down dog. Other side, you got this. Inhale, left leg goes back, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, extend, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, extend, three-legged dog. Last one to squeeze, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it forwards, runner's lunge, back knee stays off the mat. And then lift your upper body up to a high lunge, hands are at heart center. Pushing through that back heel, squeezing thighs in together. Holding here, catch your breath for one more. And as you inhale, reach those arms up, find length, straighten up that front leg, and as you exhale, fold forwards, reaching through the fingertips, hands to hips, thigh, shin, or all the way down on the mat. Wherever you need to be, using your breath to settle down to the stretch. Inhale, visualize your breath going into the back of the left leg. Exhale, sink down a little bit deeper. One more breath. Good, bring those hands forwards, bend that front knee. So you step that right foot to the middle of the mat. And then lifting up, squeezing right foot into the bum as you come to a single leg balance, squeezing that right thigh against the chest. Nice bend in the left knee as you pendulum your weight forwards, feeling that left leg fight. Ooh, I can feel myself shaking, that's good. Squeezing that right thigh into the chest, right foot is nice and flexed as your arms are extended overhead. Using your breath, slowing it down, and in doing so, slowing down the heart rate. As you find your balance here, building strength in the left leg for one more. Exhale, reach those arms behind, slowly pendulum your weight forwards, extend that right leg back, and then nice and controlled, bend of the left knees, you slowly step back to a high lunge, open that chest. Exhale to fold, plant your hands, step it up and back, three-legged dog, and down dog. Catch your breath here, pedal it out one leg at a time, push through those heels. Good, and then walk, step or jump to the top of the mat to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reach those arms all the way up, find length. Exhale, hands down to sides. Getting a bit warm, we've got one more to go. Grab a sip of water quick, dab yourself down with a sweat towel. I'm always big on having good form right through to the end, so make sure you're rested. Good. And now, let's jump into Our last sun salutation followed by a cool down.
Palms facing forwards, toes together, heels slightly apart. Inhale to reach, find length through the fingertips, extend through the crown.
Exhale to fold, fingers in line with toes. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten the back, open the chest. Exhale to fold, plant your hands as you step back to a high plank. Last chaturanga, look forwards. Lean forwards, drop your knees if you're going baby, squeezing elbows in, flat back, all the way down. If you're going full chaturanga, just before you touch the mat, push up to your upward dog, legs off the mat, toes pushing down. And exhale over and back to your downward dog. Inhale, right leg goes back, three-legged dog, you can do it, squeeze knee to right elbow. Inhale, extend, three-legged dog, exhale, knee to right elbow. Last one to extend, three-legged dog, exhale, knee to elbow, extending it back before we bring it forward on an exhale to runner's lunge. And then bringing hands up to heart center in a high lunge. Feeling the fire building, it's good. We're building strength, holding here. So you inhale, reach those arms up overhead, straighten up that front knee. Exhale to fold, reaching through your fingertips. Hands come to your hips, thigh, shin, all the way down on the mat. Wherever you need to be. One more breath. Good, inhale, come forwards to a runner's lunge. Turn and plant that back heel. Turn those right toes in 45 degrees as you lift the left foot up towards the ceiling, sinking those sit bones down as low as you can, otherwise staying up with your hands on the mat if that's what you need. If you can't go all the way down, hands are at heart center. From here, turn and plant the left toes, lift the right toes up, sinking back down, or having those hands on the mat in front of you wherever you are. Take a nice deep breath in. Turn and plant the right toes, lift the left toes up, walk the hands over if you're going for the modification, or sinking all the way down. Pushing through that right foot, plant the left, right toes up. And then coming forwards, both feet face the front in a runner's lunge. As you step up to a single leg balance, squeeze that left foot up and towards the bum, left thigh into the chest, and pendulum your weight forwards to a single leg balance. Feeling yourself wobble, feeling yourself fight is good. We're building strength. Left foot nice and flexed, holding here for one more breath. Exhale, extend those arms back, slowly reach that left leg back, and then nice and controlled bend of the right knee. So you lower yourself down to a high lunge, open the chest. Exhale to lower, plant the hands, stepping up and back, three-legged dog, and down dog. Last side. Inhale, left leg goes back, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend, three-legged dog. Last one to squeeze, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend, three-legged dog. Exhale, stepping it forwards, runner's lunge. And then lifting your hands up to heart center in a high lunge. Checking your form, squeezing the thighs. You got this. Holding here. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead, find length, and then straighten up that left leg. As you exhale to fold forwards, reaching through the fingertips, hands to your hips, thigh, shin, all the way down on the mat. Using your breath, slowing down that heart. I've got the heat on in here, so I'm getting a bit warmer than I need to be. Taking one more breath. Good, and then coming forwards to that runner's lunge. Turn and plant that right foot as you sink those sit bones down. Bring the left foot to a 45 degree. Right toes up towards the ceiling. If you can't sink your sit bones down like this, just come up and forwards so that your hands are resting on the mat in front of you. Wherever you are, hands at front, heart center, or hands on the mat. Slowly push through that left leg. Turn and plant the right toes. Left toes up. As you sink down or rest with hands in front of you. Push through the right leg. Turn and plant the left toes. Right toes up. Last one, other to the other side. Right toes down, left toes up. Breathing here. And then coming forwards to a runner's lunge. Both toes point forwards. As you step up to a single leg balance, squeezing right foot into your bum, feeling that left leg fighting for the balance.
And then when you're ready, bend in that left knee as you pendulum that weight forwards, keeping that right thigh in as close to the chest as you can. Flex that right foot as you extend the arms overhead, or keep them at heart center or up to sides, whatever you need to do for your balance. Holding here, one more breath. And as you exhale, extend those arms back. Slowly reach that right leg back, And then gently, nice and slow, nice and controlled, bend that left leg. As you plant that right foot, open the chest in a high lunge. Exhale to fold, plant your hands, stepping up and back. Three-legged dog and down dog. Good, you made it. From here, coming forwards to a high plank, knees as wide as the mat, toes together, sinking down to a child's pose, grabbing a sweat towel, grabbing some water if you need, and then when you're done, dabbing down and having a sip, settling back down into your child's pose, catching your breath. Good. And in your child's pose, making sure that your sit bones are connecting with your heels. If not, grab a pillow, a blanket, a yoga block, and just make sure your sit bones can connect with something, because if your bum is hanging in the air, your back muscles are active and you can't actually relax in a child's pose, which is supposed to be a very restorative, calming posture where you can catch your breath and relax completely. Using your breath, nice long steady inhales to the belly, and exhale in gentle sigh. Nice and slow, coming up to a tabletop. Hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. So you step back one foot at a time to a high plank. And then exhale up and back to a downward dog. Using your breath. You can bend and straighten one leg at a time, push through those heels. So our last downward dog. Then find stillness, bend both those knees, lift the sit bones up and back as you slowly push through the heels. And then just come into a nice seat in the middle of the mat as you step one foot forward and then the other. Make sure you have enough space behind you to roll back. As you come to line your back, knees in your chest, and gently rock from one side to the other. Just slowing it down, we're going to go into a nice, very short Shavasana. Then come through center. Inhale, squeeze knees to nose, nice and tight. And then keep a hold of that right leg as you release the left foot to the mat, head relaxes down. Holding onto the right shin with the left hand, reach the right hand down to your side and shuffle that left foot up towards the right hand as you let that left knee drop down. So you're holding onto right shin with your left hand and holding onto left foot with your right hand, getting a nice quad stretch down the top of that left leg. Holding here for one more breath. And then release a hold of that left foot. Knees into chest, nose to knees, nice and tight. Keep a hold of that left shin. Relax that right foot down. Hold onto your left shin with your right hand. Left arm extends to side as you shuffle that right foot back and let that right knee drop down. Getting a nice quadricep stretch in the right leg. Using your breath to sink down, to sink deeper with every exhale. Nice long, steady breaths. And then gently release knees to chest. Squeezing nose to knees and then just relaxing that head back. Release one leg at a time as you slowly extend into a Shavasana. Let the toes flop out to the side, palms up. Lying on the back, resting here nice and slow. To release the muscles, focusing on the breath. As you just feel the nice cool air as it comes in through the nose and out. Creating that gentle rise and fall in the chest. As you feel yourself still and calm here, lying on your back. And when you're ready, roll over onto whichever side is comfortable. Bring that arm underneath the head, knees into chest. As you come to rest here, just for a moment, settled on your mat, nice and calm, nice and still. And when you're ready, pushing up through that hand as you come to a cross-legged seat on the mat. Hands resting on the knees, palms up, sitting nice and tall through the crown. So we finish with our final breathing exercise, so exhale completely. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, sigh. Again, a nice deep breath in. Exhale to sigh. Last one, as big as you can. Nice deep inhale. Lower belly, side body, all the way to the top. And just when you think there's no more space, take one last sip of air. And hold, hold, hold. Exhale, sigh. Inhale, reach those arms up overhead. Find length as you bring your palms to touch. And as you exhale, bring your hands down to heart center, gently tucking your chin as we come to the end of this evening's practice. Namaste.